In 1835, a body was found in a peat bog near the town of Vejle in Denmark. It was this woman here, and originally people thought that she was from the Viking Age. But in 1977, radiocarbon dating was carried out on the body, and it was discovered that she was in fact from the 5th century BC. So from the time of the Parthenon, let's say, in other parts of the world, in Greece. She was found in a state that was a little bit better than what you see today, because after she was removed from the bog, her body underwent sort of a drying out effect. She originally would have been about 1.5 meters tall. Her body has shrunk since then, and it's believed that she had been strangled or hung as part of a ritualistic sacrifice, because at this time, cremation was the usual way that bodies were disposed of. She was found in this bog. Her clothing was placed on top of her, and branches of trees pinned her down in the bog. And this is why we were able to find her so many years later. When she was lifted out of the bog, her hair fell off, so you can't see any hair. But often with these bog bodies, you can see traces of hair, which is just incredible. The contents of her stomach were examined because the internal organs were in good condition, and they found traces of millet and blackberries in her stomach. What you're looking at here are the pieces of textile, of cloth, that were found next to her body that belonged to her garments. And it's incredible if you look at the weaving technique and the designs of these textiles from 2,500 years ago. They were spun of sheep wool, and they belong to, they believe, pieces of some sort of a shawl and a skirt. So here you can see where these come from. But for me, the most incredible find, other than the body itself, is this goat skin cloak that was made from the leather of at least 4 goats. And it had a really almost modern asymmetrical design. You can see there with one arm sticking out. Have a look, though, at the seams. You can see the stitching that was done 2,500 years ago on this cloak. It's just incredible. And the state of preservation is amazing. There was fur on the outside. There are only traces of that fur now. But the stitching is what really just I find to be the most incredible part of this. And all of this was preserved in such a state because of the fact that it was submerged in peat for 2,500 years. So if you're in Vejle in Denmark, you can come to visit this Haraldskær woman. She is found in the Culture Museum at the Spinderi Helerne Museum facilities.